Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to the If You Know, You Know late night show. I'm your host, Jeffrey, and I am with.
Ronika.
Come on now. I thought I was going to get a longer tone tonight.
No, because we got a lot to talk about.
Ooh, boy. Not a lot to talk about.
Hmm
But speaking of talking about, I see that popping pink lipstick on you tonight.
It's called It Girl. I'm just saying.
It, girl.
It Girl.
So it has like each color have like a different name?
Yeah, why do you think I'm also in love with nail polish so much? Because the one that I'm wearing is called Strong at 1%. And that's pretty much how my week has been going. It's like your phone is, you be like, what? Just hold on. I got to get to my charger, but I got a lot to say at this 1%. So strong at 1%.
Wow. What color is that?
An orange, like yeah,
A
it's like a,
mauve?
what? On my fingers?
No, I said like a mauve color.
On my nails?
Yeah. What color is that? You said it's orange?
It's like an orange. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like a yellow orange.
Oh.
It's mostly mauve. Okay.
That's too many names to remember.
It's a lot. I was
It
the one with
is.
the 96 count Crayola box. So I was learning colors at a very young age.
Mm-mm. I remember I like light blue, and then all of a sudden they said it was cyan. I was like, man,
You
no.
got the cyan, magentas, just like with your computer ink, with your printer ink. It's the same thing.
Give me Carolina blue.
All
Yeah.
right. Yeah. So start the show. He did his
Don't be a
notes.
hater. Don't be a hater.
Okay.
Well, everybody, welcome back to the If You Know You Know late night show where we, you know, it's Renika and I. So we're gonna just spread some news. We're gonna give you a little bit of politics. We're gonna give you a little bit of pop culture, and then we're gonna give you something for the people. Um, Followed by, we have a new segment. Well, it started last week, but we continuing on where we'll give you the jobs report. And then we go into numbers. And
Whew.
a jobs report is where we share a job. We share a job in the text box. We share a job in just with you, explain it a little bit, location, area. It's one of my like things I like to do is find jobs, and people always saying, and so I want to be able to, or we want to be able to provide that resource to our people.
Mm-hmm.
If we don't, then who will?
Hmm.
And we getting less and less and less. So, um, how you doing this week though? What you got going on? Since you said you was a 1%er.
Uh, I think this week was like slow it down. I got sent home sick. Well, I was sent home because I
At
got
work?
sick. Yes, like I got sick during a meeting. Like it was virtual. We were all in our offices because our director was off site, but I legit leaned over in the meeting and they were like, I came back up sweating. She said, Rodney, I'm gonna need for you to gather your things and log out for the day and just
Wow,
go home.
wow.
We can't have you at work sick like that. So, I packed up my a raggedy duffel bag and I headed on home.
Damn,
If you
that was
know, you
earlier
know.
this week.
That was Monday.
Are you feeling better?
I feel great now.
Okay, wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm glad you feel better.
Stress. Do not let stress overtake you. That's all. Listen.
Mm-mm. No
But it
way.
got so much better by Tuesday. Like Tuesday was it was great. So and
Mm-mm.
now I'm here and it's even better.
Okay,
Oh, we
that's
have people
right.
Jeffrey.
What's up?
Mrs. Gorman has entered the chat.
Oh my goodness! Hello, nice to hear from you.
I love it.
My favorite teacher. Come on, great. Oh man, it is. look at your students.
Yes. I use mental math every day. I use it today. I'm
Yes,
the only one on staff that they will tell you that I'm great at math, mental math. I'm like, oh no, that's 27. Oh no, that's 10. That's 11. That's 12. Well, you just said subtract. So yes, thank you.
yes.
Thank you.
Definitely, definitely. Look, we can run some numbers because of that mental math from Miss
Okay.
Gorman. So shout out Miss Gorman. Thank you for gracing us with your appearance.
Yeah.
Look, now I'm smiling from ear to ear like
Me
I'm
too.
waiting on an award ceremony.
Yeah. Me too. Oh, but I'm definitely not ignoring anyone else. Robert was the first one to enter the chat and he said, hey, family. When I say it's drawn out, you going to see it. Family.
Hey, what's
I'm
going on?
early this time. Hey, Robert. Aunt Teeny is saying hello.
Hey,
Uncle Donald saying hello, Miss Williams and Mr. Booker. Love you,
hello, Mr.
family.
Booker.
I'm like, did both of y'all feel y'all? Well, Aunt Bev too. Did y'all feel your ears burning yesterday? We was talking about y'all. And then we got Miss Gorman, then Aunt Teeny, then Teach Teach checking in saying
Hey, hey, cuz.
hello. Robert saying that it's so great that I'm doing it. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, thank you. Miss Gorman says she loves us too.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. All love.
And then my sister has chimed in saying
Hey,
greetings.
what's going on? A4.
Aunt Teeny, I just love that you are a part of our welcoming committee. Thank you. Just acknowledging everybody that's in the chat.
So, as we said, we go into politics and pop culture next, and then for the people. Um, which one you want to do? Politics, pop culture. Where you leaning?
Let's do politics first.
All right, all right, all right. Well, let me lean in, as Renika would say. Lean in with
Lean
me,
in.
fellas.
Lean in. Yes.
Lean in with me, fellow countrymen and countrywomen.
Lend me your ears.
Lend me your ears. Um,
Oh wait, before Robert says, "Tell Mr. Booker he look good with that Niners hat on."
oh man, I don't. It's not Niners tonight. It's
Ooh.
definitely not Make America Great Again either. So, but what I will say as I lean into politics is remember that 2 week or 4 week war that was
Yeah.
announced at the end of February?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it sure is May, and we still in it. And it's amazing how what we've seen, and I'll dive into them a little bit later, but we know we're talking about oil here. And so now the plan was to make sure Iran didn't have a nuclear bomb. Well, allegedly, the president of the United States stated that in July of 2025, they had been, his words, obliterated. You know, I don't even know how to use it because I don't even believe in it. So here it was in February, on February the 28th, they decide that they're going to launch a attack saying that they're 2 weeks away. If you obliterated someone's nuclear capability and said that it would be years, well, it sounds like to me it was less than a year before you thought that they were going to be able to enrich uranium. This led into the United States launching their offense and devastating the capability of Iran. However, Iran has been around for thousands of years. And what we will hear in the next month is America celebrating their 250th birthday. Just imagine if you are an individual that's 2,000 or thousands of years old and you're competing with someone that's 250. It
Hmm.
just the perception of it. We think that we could blitz and go into where a place where these people or this country, majority of it has not even come up to the modern age. We're not even talking about where we're at now. We're talking about AI. They're far behind. So They're not worried about the lavish things that we call necessities. So what they did was shut down the Strait of Hormuz, where now 20% of the world's energy comes through this place that's right on the shores of Iran. No one thought about it in the beginning of the war that they would do this.
Mm. Hmm.
If Iran was that easy of being taken over, then those other Arab nations that surround them, whether it's Saudi Arabia, UAE, um, um, and several others, would, because they align with each other, they would have attacked Iran. But they knew better because they've been around just as long as Iran. They said, you don't want to get into that hornet's nest. And that hornet's nest has led to the strait being closed. And we keep being pushed. Oh, we're gonna do another operation here. If we would have never attacked, then the Strait of Hormuz would have never been closed. Gas prices, which I'll hit later. Actually,
Okay.
I'm gonna hit it now.
All right.
Number two is gas prices. What I mean by gas price, like to say that it's okay to pay $5 a gallon for gas, is nuts. Especially when a country just took over, went and scoop up a president of an oil rich country and said that we were taking millions of barrels of oil per day. That was in January, but we've never felt any of the effect of
Mm.
any of that oil that has been produced. They playing in our face when it comes to the tariff. The United States was able to recover $150 trillion in tariff money. That was overturned by the Supreme Court. So then the companies said, we're going to sue you.
Mm.
So the companies are getting their money back. However, the sale would have never happened if you would have never purchased anything. But we're not getting anything back. So sounds like to me, the American people, which is me, the taxpayer, you, the taxpayer, is paying back a tax that you were already taxed for. But I do know that the stock market, for those who are able to be in the stock market, it's constantly to increase. My last point when it comes to politics is voter suppression is real. We talked about it before, and I was kind of on the fence, Renika. I was like, well, maybe you don't need a passport or your birth certificate to go and vote. But I'm 10 toes down that if you don't have one of those two, they're not going to let you vote. There are going to be people that's going to challenge you at the voting booth
Mm-hmm.
in November. I know that there's elections in between. There's election coming up this Tuesday in a lot of states. There's school board, I think, even in maybe even in Michigan. Um, I think it's important for you to get that passport. I just was seeing before we got on the air in the state of Tennessee, they just redrew their map. So they're gonna cut out black districts. And what I mean by that is it's gonna have more representation where it's not a representative that's a part of your cause that touch your community. They're gonna widen it. And we already know that specifically when we're talking about voter representation, uh, with black people, we're only 13% of the population. So when you're 13% of the population in the United States, just imagine your population in certain states. It could be less than 10%. In many of the states in the United States, black people are less than 10%. I think that we've come to a point where They peeled back our voters' right that we have used over the last 60 to 65 years. But you either have two options, in my opinion. Either we continue the fight and then go back in, or you're going to have to become regional,
Hmm.
where we're not in certain areas, as in the state of Mississippi, they're going to recarve out the two African American um, Congress people that represent. So now, in potentially, um, in the state of Mississippi, all of their representatives will be white people. And we know that one of the highest percentage of concentration of blacks is in Mississippi, and you have no representation. And one can say, hey, well, you don't have to be the same race or creed, but you have to have my experience. And we know that America, in its 250 years, have shown that your skin tone will give you a different experience based on whatever your skin tone is. And even if you're talking about for in the black culture, light and dark. So
Colorism is still around. Ain't went nowhere.
colorism, caste system, because you see it in we were talking about, Cinco de Mayo, it just passed, but you go in and talk to people that are, Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, and how it's a separation, or Haitians and Dominicans. It's a caste system based upon, the hue of their skin, but it was something that was put on, you know, um, by mass culture. But just to sum it up, when it comes to politics, the last one is, when I say they playing in our face, did y'all see that Epstein letter that they dropped 7 years after he's dead? And you think I believe that? You think that all of a sudden the Epstein letter after 7 years is just dropped? They're playing in our face. They didn't want to give you everything that he wrote about, all of his emails, but they're going to give you his last letter. Think about it, y'all. In the words of Arsenio Hall, that is something to make you say, hmm. And that's all I got for politics this week. I appreciate y'all.
Oh, wait. So at the very beginning, after your first fact, Miss Gorman said, I like the way you think, Jeffrey.
Saying, raise up a child.
Uncle Donald said they tell one lie to cover more lies, but what do you expect? The history of this country is a lie. P.S. The game has been changed again.
It has.
Yeah.
It has.
Yeah.
It's the game has been changed, Renika, where I'm fighting about, not I'm gonna have to, I'm fighting the battle that my grandfather and grandmother fought. So anything in between there, like my whole mother's generation, is wiped out. Like, you gotta make a you gotta make a decision as a people and say, are we gonna be United States, or are we gonna be regional? I still believe that, I have a whole theory, reparation. It's you better get regional, because if not, you're only 13% of the population. In 100 years, our population has not increased. We're still 13% of the population. Our population don't increase, whether it's mass incarceration when it comes to males and females, or is it black infant mortality rate of how we know is documented of how they think that black people, specifically black women, have a higher pain tolerance
Mm-hmm.
than
Oh, Jeffrey froze. So I'm gonna throw it to go to our comments. I see T saying, And I know I remember when you chimed in with that. So that was towards the end of his before he even came up. I think you were talking about the Epstein letter at that time. And then Tanisha, I saw where yours came through and I tried to really hold it in, but me no negro, as some Dominicans say. Did you hear that? What Tanisha
mm-mm.
said? Me no negro, as some Dominicans say.
I saw that meme. I saw that meme. I saw that meme. That's funny. That's funny. Look, my
Ah,
internet was dropped down. We was dropping
yeah,
too much,
yeah,
right? It
yeah.
was too much at too much. I'm
Oh,
telling you,
okay.
if you get a chance, rewind it,
Mm-hmm.
process it, talk to your family about it. This is real.
Mm-hmm.
Things are changing fast. I'm not going to use words out, things are changing hella fast. How about that?
Well, all right. Shibbity dibbity dee dee.
Dude, like,
Ah, well, thank you, Jeffrey. I always look forward to the politics section because you're always educating when we need it. Sometimes we be like, I want, but that means you have to come back every week to watch if you know you know, because Jeffrey keeps us updated every week. Hello.
some gas prices keeping us up, ain't
That too. Jesus. So I am here, Ronika, with pop culture. I was trying to come up with some music, but that would have been totally still. I was like, I almost did. Dun-dun-dun. Then I was like, nope, that's sports.
Yeah.
Nope, it's okay.
Mm-mm. Dun, 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 dun. That's all I had.
Okay. Yeah. All right, y'all. So my first point is, and I actually dropped it, so I'm not leaving the chat that's online. So I just want to start with the Met Gala. Oh wait, Uncle Donald, because I wanted to make a clean slate before I start pop culture. So destruction is right around the corner. Better get ready. That's what Uncle Donald's saying.
Mm-mm.
I just thought about this earlier. I think it was Tuesday. Or maybe it was Monday on my way to work. I'm not sure. But I said, man, I am so appreciative of my village because I be hearing my best friends call their parents, siblings, aunt and uncle. And I just join right on in. Hey Auntie, Donald, and Bev. Because I was thinking about that with Demita and even with her grandma. And, yeah, I do it. Alicia's Aunt Kim.
They family.
Chantel's Aunt Barb. I said, that's my family.
Mhm.
Like, don't be asking us for no ancestry DNA. That's family. Okay? Thank you. All right, back to Met Gala. Did anyone watch?
I
Okay.
saw it online.
Oh, okay.
I saw it on Instagram, like pictures, and well, to be honest with you, I was glad. One person that I did see was Tiana Taylor, and this one guy said online, he was like, Tiana Taylor looks good in anything, but she shouldn't just put on anything. But she was looking
Oh,
amazing, per usual. I
okay.
like Tiana Taylor.
As my sister says, she even looks good in a brown paper bag, like a sack bag. Like how can you dress that up, girl? But she is one of those people.
Yes, yes,
She can work anything.
yeah.
So getting back to the Met
Made
Gala.
me speechless. I couldn't even
Oh,
say
I know. I see. I was like, well, let me continue. Okay. So
it.
I enjoyed seeing the costume art come to life. Some of my personal favorites were Nia Long, because we share the whole, as Chantel calls me, 90s fine with the haircut.
Okay.
But she does not age. I'm just like, goodness, she's not
Mm-mm.
aging.
Mm-mm.
And to watch her in interviews, especially during this whole press tour for Michael's movie. I was like, oh my gosh, she really is a homegirl. She really is. I love
She's
her
given
more.
that for years.
I know, but it was just like as an adult to take it in, like this really this like big sis. Okay, all right.
And she
So
my crush in high school.
really,
Neil Long, yeah, yeah, yeah.
you're
She been
like,
around a long
yeah,
time, long
yes.
time. Yeah.
I mean,
I
Boys
don't
in the
like
Hood.
Houston Rockets coach. Uh, I can't think of his first name, but
It doesn't
I think
matter.
Mduke is his last name because he cheated on her. Yeah, she shouldn't be cheated on.
Well, you all need to go and watch some of her interviews because I was like, yes, girl, yes, yes, yes. But we also see that she was like, listen, I ain't going back to that. She left him was like,
She did, she did, she did. They got a kid and stuff together, so
yes, and she was
they
like,
always still gonna co-parent. So you can do all you want, but y'all still gonna have to deal with each other. And then
anyway.
as bad as it is, then all of a sudden the son, he start looking like the daddy when he get older.
Well, moving right
What
along.
do now? What you gonna do now?
Moving right along. Said, okay, knee along because I know a lot of people were like, oh, well, she didn't dress. I am a simple but chic girl, and that's why I could appreciate what Nia Long wore. She wore this beautiful black gown, but she had emerald jewelry, like that was in her hair and her makeup. Clearly, her face card does not decline. So all of that, perfect. Tiana Taylor. Um, Someone said that she was giving Tina. I said, oh my goodness, yes, Tina Turner would definitely
I
wear them with
thought
a ride.
tinsel. I was like, I thought she trying to give Tinseltown
I was
because
saying
it
when
kind
she
of
was
gave like it was either Tinseltown or like um what's that with them little kids?
Willy
Sesame,
Wonka? Oh, I was like,
Sesame.
I
You know how they used to have the little animals and you could shake like Snuffy. His little weird hair
okay.
was kind
I'm
of like
moving
that.
right on along. Cause what?
You don't
Um,
remember Snuffleupagus?
yes, yes. I was
Okay,
just trying
don't
to. I
front.
wasn't trying to
Now
park
don't
it
front
there. I
PBS.
just wasn't trying to park it there. But yes, you're true.
Gotcha,
That's
gotcha,
true.
gotcha.
Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? Anywho, Janelle Monae, she never disappoints. Like she always understands the assignment.
Over the top.
She always
Over the
understands.
top.
She always understands the assignment. And then last but absolutely not least, Beyonce and her court, which is her husband, Jay-Z, and her daughter Blue Ivy. But the fact that Beyonce's the person that designed her costume for the night came out of retirement. I said, do you ever wonder what level of excellence you have to be contacted by Beyonce's people? Someone that isn't afraid and very confident in their craft, and more importantly, themselves. Because confidence,
Be yourself.
I believe, makes or break an outfit.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How old is Blue Ivy?
She 13? 12 or 13?
Maybe call me old
Here we
school.
go. I
I
knew it.
I just thought the dress was too much for the kid. And she's 13. Like that was a lot. That was a lot going on for a 13-year-old kid. And we talking about this Epstein whole era. You got your kid out there, like, because there wasn't many kids there. You know what I mean? So yeah, I just thought if you go back and look, I was just like,
She had on a jacket. She was covered up.
not when she was on the red carpet.
Yes, she was. Well, did you watch the red carpet or did you see
No, no, no.
photos?
I saw a
I
picture
watched the
and
red
all
carpet.
her shoulders was out. Looked like she had just got off vacation because you could see
Oh,
like
the
her
tan.
bra strap. I was like, why am I looking at why can I see Blue Eye? How old is Blue Eye? That's why I was like, how old is this kid? Why is this kid being shown this way? That's how I was. And I was like, maybe I'm just like, oh, I was raised by older people, I was raised by my grandmother, so it is what it is. But I just thought it was too much for a kid. I did. Like it could have been like maybe a strap or something, but her whole thing was like,
You should have watched the whole thing because she probably only took that jacket off to take that picture. Because for the most part, she had that jacket on. I'm gonna send you a photo, and
She
you're gonna
should
be
have.
like,
She should have. She should have had that jacket on.
anyways. Again, that's why fathers. I mean, he was right there. So, would my dad have said something? Yeah. He even
Okay,
said, "Someone, I
Daddy.
got my second hole." He said, "You ain't got another hole in your head."
You think at 13 he'd let you wear that dress?
In a wedding.
No, that usually okay, listeners. If they go with a high pitched voice, don't trust that answer.
I need to get back to the comments. So Danita said, I remember
Oh shoot.
elephant. And then she said, did you like Rihanna? See, your cousin won't even let me get to that point because he too busy hating on Blue.
My bad, my bad, my bad. I'll move back.
Thank you. Danita said she was covered up. Thank you. That's why you needed to watch it.
Barely.
Jeffrey just wanted to be canceled so bad. Goodness. Gonna
I
have
wasn't
all
trying
kind
to
of
be
little
canceled.
bees, all little blue hearts on our stuff, just spamming the heck out of it. Because you want to say that Blue Ivy wasn't dressed. She was dressed. That
No, I ain't had nothing to say. You just gotta be quiet. I
okay.
didn't I didn't want to wake up in the morning with bees on my
Mm-hmm.
doorstep, you know.
Yeah, something.
No, thank you.
Uncle, see these Booker men. Huh? Uncle Donald said Blue Ivy is being pushed too fast.
Yeah. Yeah, like come on now. Let her
And
chill. She a kid.
Danita said that's the old song, so I'm gonna move it along. I did enjoy Rihanna. What I didn't enjoy is y'all saying that her boo, ASAP, right? ASAP.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all was trying to call him sweet, as in, as my daddy used to say, he got a little sugar in his tank because of how he was waving to the crowd. You guys are weird. And because he had on pink. Do you guys not know about a theme? But I enjoyed them. But TMZ was on a ass because I guess they were
I gotta
arguing.
look at this. This
I
crazy.
said, "Oh my goodness, goodness, jeez,
They were
Black
arguing.
Girl wins." Yeah, like they were clearly having a or a disagreement in their van or in their what their chauffeur in their chauffeur van. Um, they were clearly having a disagreement. Okay, here come. I'm not even. Here comes somebody saying, "I agree with Jeffrey. Blue is presented older than her age."
Yeah, I thought so too this time. I did.
And then Danita said, "Real men could wear pink. Thank you." And then the person said, "It's the hair and the makeup." Okay, guys. I'm gonna try to move it along. I'm gonna try to move it along. Okay,
That
so
Met Gala
I
got a
know.
little
Whoa.
dazzle.
Whoa. So again, I'm good.
Met Gala is actually really seen.
I was gonna ask, for you all's but you all have definitely given your opinions in the comments and we so appreciate it. Okay. I love it. Okay,
I
my
did
next
see
what? You did see what?
it
You didn't
was
see what?
look, I didn't know anything about the Met Gala until
Oh, okay.
like 2018. And one time I was walking home and I heard somebody say Rihanna. And I looked and you could see like she had on in 2018, I guarantee she had on like some diamond dress or something. Yeah, and I saw her like at a distance. But I kept walking because I was like, what is I was new. It was like within the first 6 months I had been here. So it was like, I don't know what's going on.
Who are you?
Yeah, yeah,
You
crazy.
kept walking.
Well, I told you
Okay.
to pull out my phone.
All right. Next point. Next the next one. The Michael movie. Oh. It is the second highest grossing music biopic. Biopic? Biopic. It depends. Tomato,
Yeah,
tomato.
I
You
think
say
you're right.
however you want.
You're right.
Is it
You're right.
okay? Of
We
all
saying
time.
that.
Right? Okay. It's the number two highest of all time. Number one is Bohemian Rhapsody. I've never seen it though. Have you seen it?
Yeah, actually.
Okay. Y'all seen Bohemian Rhapsody? Okay.
Yeah.
And
Didn't even know anything like the dude was gay and he does we will
ah,
have you.
the show's
Yeah.
right. It only came
Yeah.
out in like 2018.
Yeah. I saw it randomly here in New York.
Of course you
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
All the best stories are in New York,
Yeah.
I tell
Yeah.
you.
I saw that one.
But I know you're probably wondering, oh my goodness, Ronika, what did you think of the movie? I haven't seen it. So, American Dream had my heart for a very long time. You know, all the parts. I don't even know how long it is altogether, but I will sit down and I will watch all of the parts of an American Dream. But
You talking about the Jackson 5 movie? Oh,
yes.
okay. And I don't know it as American Dream.
Oh, okay, I'm
I just
sorry.
knew it used to always come on ABC all the time.
Yeah, and it started coming on like yeah, some other stations too, like a TNT or something like that. Or for sure on BT. So, I
I
think
wouldn't
during Black Music Month.
I'm not doing this.
You're not doing this one?
I'm not
Okay.
doing this Michael movie.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all this is I found it extremely funny that a lot of y'all were surprised that Jermaine and Randy, um,
Exchange wives. Yeah.
I don't even know if she's married to both of them. I think when she was with Randy, it was just they were just having children together. But then she went and married Jermaine and had children with him.
Mhm.
And I was just so shocked that y'all didn't know that because I guess I was the only dumb dumb watching their reality show that they had shortly after Michael became an ancestor. Did y'all not watch that either? No? Okay.
I think
So
it's regional though, to be honest with
really?
you.
Oh,
Yeah.
because
I think because
really?
of where we grew up, because when you're
Mm-hmm.
talking about Southwest Michigan, Gary, Indiana is only an hour away. Yeah. Like you gotta remember he grew up in the 70s and 80s. That what is it, 2800 Jackson Street?
Is it? I thought it was, or is it
I
20?
don't know when
Okay,
I
it's in
ain't
the
trying
two
to go to
thousands though.
Gary.
It's in
I
the
ain't
2000. I've never tried to go and like I'm like I'd ride by it on the way to Chicago.
I
Why
used to
don't?
go to Gary on the for the summer. My my aunt and uncle, they my mom's best friend. She lived in Gary. So I would go to Gary like I remember like from age 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then when I got 9 years old, I told my mom, I was like, they is just too much over there. Like the summer before, they got the shooting at the basketball court. It was like it
We're
was
done.
then I was getting older, and then I'm a black male, so gang violence really big.
Mm-hmm.
So she can protect me in our neighborhood, but not in this neighborhood. It was too much going on. So yeah, I remember Gary.
No
And then
thanks.
then when I grew up, I went and hung out in Gary for a weekend. And boy, yeah, it's crazy. It's different. It is different.
Tanisha says, "Give the American Dream a rest for a second." What? Then Danita said, "Me neither, Jeffrey." And then Tanisha said, "The Jermaine and Randy Chronicles remind me of home." The shade, but it's true.
It can happen.
Uh, Danita said, "Tanisha, that movie American Dream will always is always going to be my movie." Then Danita said, "Jeffrey, I seen the house. I have pictures." And then
See?
Tanisha said, "In all seriousness, I feel like the older Gen X and above generations have a better appreciation for Michael and Jackson as a whole."
Well, yeah. I mean, Mike's been deceased. He's been an ancestor for a number of years now.
2009.
So I mean, it'll be this June will be 17 years.
Yeah.
So it's a whole group of people that about to graduate high school this year or next year that didn't even wasn't even existing with. But Mike was so big, like he was so big in that era of 70s and 80s, and he was an icon in the 90s. And then, as some comedians say, he turned into a white is
I
ghoul
knew
in
it.
the
I knew it.
2000s.
Okay. Nope. Okay. So before I get to my last point, I need you all to start dropping your numbers in the comments and just go on and drop your number. Is it over 55? Is it 55 to like 2,998? So you gotta pick a number in between there. Pick a number in between 55 and 2,998 because somehow we've done 1 through 54. And then, of course, 29.99 and 3,000 of the 1 through 3,000 came. So start at 55 and just work your way down. And so if we have already done that number, we try to go two above or two below. And if we max those out, we move on to the next one. So while you all are enjoying this last bullet point of pop culture, I want you all to drop your numbers in the chat. Do 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 do. Pew. Okay, back to the show.
Nice. Yeah, I like that. I like that. That was smooth, y'all. Y'all hear that?
Thank.
Tried to slow it down for us and everything.
All right. So it's funny because now the numbers are just fun. Y'all love that voice. Okay, y'all dropping the numbers like fire.
Dude, it's lottery time.
Uh-uh.
They want to know more about you.
They want to know. Okay. So my last one is, and I was honestly thinking about this same topic on my way again, either in the bathroom or in the way on the way to work. I those thoughts be just flowing. So that's also why I love voice notes. So the 154 podcast is with Akbar from The Talk and the comedian Godfrey. And they were interviewing Yaya, I believe her last name is DaCosta, who was on America's Next Top Model. And I believe that was the third season. I think that was what it was with Eva. And she went on to become an actress. So um, the clip talks about at the top it says them numbers still. I mean, them numbers is flying. Okay, give me a second. Okay, okay. So the at the top what caught my eyes for the clip it said you're speaking white or you're talking white or something like that, and her response is always to people when they tell her this is that well, duh, all of us are. It's the English language. It's England's language. And then she said it's their language. So since she's learning Yoruba and said she wants someone to, walk up to her and say that and then after that speak Swahili to her. I was just thinking about recently about a blog post that I wrote, must have been like 2016, 2017. And the title was You Sound White. Because I heard that so many times growing up, with my mom never letting us say, like, nah, nope. She even really counts if we say like too many times. Wasn't really accepted. It's like, spit it out. Um, from the grandparents, not they ain't gonna repeat themselves. So it was, I said what I said, and I'm gonna keep it moving. But I got to thinking, wow, that was a different spin. Or I wish I would have like, there's certain things that you continue to pick up. But I just got to thinking like, wow, I never thought of it that way. And they were so shocked that they said, wow, I never thought about it that way either. What did Nita say? As we talk about America's Top Model, Jeffrey plays in his locks.
Hater. So look, you know, I'm not even gonna mess with her tonight.
Okay, all right. She just
No,
waiting.
you gotta keep your thought. Keep your thought.
Mhm.
Finish it.
So I was just thinking how a lot of that stuff is taught. So much of it is taught from, because why would a 5 and 6 year old say to me while playing outside, "Ooh, you sound white"? They didn't just pick that up from anywhere. They've heard someone say that time and time again about that little girl sounds white.
Well, that's kind of like how I believe that racism, like you teach that, like the dominant culture.
Correct. That's where I was going with that. Yep.
Yeah, like white
Yep.
people, like they don't know allegedly, but you do know. You say, "Well, stay away from them." Well, why would you say that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm my mama never told me to stay away from white people. You know what I'm saying? She said, "Beware of all."
Yeah.
Actually, shoot, shoot, even your own people, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and shoot, on
Yeah.
top of it. So, yeah,
They
I
do
just think that
feel.
that's ridiculous. And so when they say that it can't be bred, yeah, it can be bred.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and right now as we go into this new phase of segregation, you know, it's being fed even more. You know, when you're talking about people are suing saying, "Oh, we suing on behalf of white men because they can't get jobs." What? They 40% of everybody in this whole damn country. Man, woman, Hispanic, black, Asian, don't matter. But they can't get jobs. Oh, okay.
My sister said, please don't get me started on speech. We won't. We ain't even gonna get you piped up. Okay. So
Mhm.
should I go into my for the people?
Yeah, that's fine. I gotta go get my link so I can put it in the text. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you fine.
Be the person that is coachable.
Mm.
You don't know every damn thing. You might think you do, but you don't. And that's really for any age. I feel like as long as you have breath in your body, you have room to learn something new. So the amount of years on this earth do not equal wisdom. Even though I do feel like we can all learn something from each other. I want us to not forget that like sometimes you need to close your mouth and only use your ears. Or, if you're a reader, if you're a visual learner, then still keep your mouth shut. Cause so many things could be resolved if people would just shit it in my Ronald Johnson voice. Thank you.
Mhm. Not in the Ronald Johnson voice.
Hmm. Ron Johnson from the D. Oh, one more thing. I want to give a shout out to I've been watching Funny AF on Netflix. That is the Kevin Hart comedian search contest, and it concluded this week, and the gentleman that won name is Ron Taylor, and he's from Detroit. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Shout out to Detroit. You
Mm.
know, actually, that's funny that you mentioned Detroit because I was supposed to mention it earlier. I know, you know, Michigan, um, they actually won tonight. They beat Cleveland, so they up 2-0 going to Cleveland um, in 2 days. So they'll be playing at Cleveland on Saturday.
All
They up two
right.
zero, trying to get to the finals, trying to win.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for your for the people, Renika. Mine for the people. I already shared in the text box a job. You know, I'm all about jobs, all about careers, and so this job I wanted to micro target, as in I wanted to target people that's between the ages of in their 20s and 30s. So if you know somebody's in their 20s and 30s and trying to like figure out what they want to do, this job here is through Corewell Health. It's actually state. It's in Michigan. So sorry for the people that's not in Michigan. But if you want to relocate, like there's opportunities. I was one of those people. Renika has moved and been and lived in multiple cities throughout the country. Sometimes you want to restart, do something that's different. So I shared a job. It's actually a cook job. It's actually pays pretty good. Obviously, you're gonna have to do something in addition to. That's why I said a 20 or 30-some-year-old job. If you got a kid that's trying to figure out what they want to do and they still at your house on their couch, please send them that link so they can go get that job. That job is active and it is available. A cook job at Corewell Health. It is a starter job. We don't want them there for 10 years unless it's going to send them to culinary school or just being an actual chef. You can do that. But this is an opportunity. This is why I want to share mine for the people because this is for the people.
Mm-hmm.
Know somebody. So you say, well, I don't know where the job's at. Copy and paste. You copy and paste, tell everybody else what's going on that don't make no sense. Now send this off to somebody. Bless them.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing that I wanted to say that comes for the people is these recalls. Beware what you're eating and putting into your body. If you have the ability of creating a garden in your area, please do so. Typically in the Midwest, you kind of got like 2, 3 weeks before you're gonna have to put them seeds in there. If you want to get something, you want to harvest something in like August, July, August. Like it takes time. It takes 50, 60 days. Just depends on the like it takes time. But the things in the store, they're not good for you. Whether all of that processed food, all of the sodium that's in there, and healthcare, they're cutting, not either we're deciding to cut our own healthcare because it costs too much, or when you go to the doctor, it costs so much, you decide not to do it.
Mm.
That's where we're at.
Mm.
So it may be more important for you to grow your own things. You can go to Lowe's, you can go to Home Depot, get little seeds. You can even get the little plants and then get you some tomatoes. At least you know you created those tomatoes. And that's all I got for the people this week.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Danita said, well, not for me.
Not for me, what?
Job, when you said this job is
Oh,
so
this time? Yeah, 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 But she can pass it on to somebody,
hmm
you know. So. But as I said before, inbox, DM, there's opportunities that's out there. That was the one I saw this week. I know last week we did one. I think it was at a University of Iowa or something. It was a job in higher ed. So I want to make sure that it's depends on because we have different viewers. So we
hmm
want to make sure we touch everybody. It's not no, oh, you got to have a college degree to find a job. No, no. Once look, one of my homeboys, actually, I'm gonna call him out. Sylvester Creighton told me this before. He said, I was like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna get this job. He said, did they call you? I said, yeah. He said, you got an interview? I said, yeah. He said, well, you got the job. I ain't thought about any other job ever since.
Yeah.
If I'm in the interview, I know I'm getting that job. So go ahead. Go ahead. So
Um, before we start our numbers, I want you all to stop and use the arrow at the bottom and share this with your homies right now. Cause we finna run through these numbers. And it's always a good time.
mm.
So share, share, share. Be a share bear. Do not be selfish.
Don't
Okay.
wait till in the morning.
Hello.
Don't say,
Do it
oh,
right
they were
now.
they were
We
clowning last
live.
night.
You clowning, clowning. I should have been a part of it. Cause then nobody let you know. I didn't stopped. I didn't shared it to my page. I didn't shared it to my story. You do the same. All right, ready? First number is 63.
Oh man, what was somebody? They said you said 55. I can hear them in the
Mm-hmm.
background like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad y'all ain't got a mic. Have you ever had a surprise party that was that was an actual surprise?
No.
All right.
Have you?
No, I don't like surprises at all. I don't, I used to say and did. I used to tell my mama, don't just pop up at my house because I'll look outside. You didn't tell me. You didn't. You could respect me enough just to tell me. I wouldn't do it at your house. Actually, I would because I'm your kid. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I don't like surprises at all. If I got wind of it, I probably wouldn't show up.
I lied.
Mm.
It was more of a so because I know Jeffrey and I have talked about it before. Like we sometimes or sometimes don't um celebrate our birthdays. So my milestone birthday. Uh so I was like
Damn, don't catch yourself.
um had a milestone birthday and Demita and Alicia, which are part of the Heartbeats, said, "Hey, what are you doing for your birthday?" And it was like, no lie, I think it was maybe December, November, or maybe it was November. And they said, I said, "Oh, I really want to go to Ghana." And then Demita was like, "Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I hope you have a good time."
That's
Right. So,
funny. Well, I hope you have a good
I hope
time.
you have a good time. She said, I mean, because I was kind of thinking like we all fly into Chicago and we just spend a weekend in Chicago. Oh, yeah, that would be perfect. And so I didn't have to plan anything, just basically show up. So the whole excursions, the restaurants, what we did, they planned everything. So that was the surprise. So it was great.
That's great. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Us as guys, well, nah, we ain't pulling that off. Look, right now we trying to, and this leak behind. Hopefully they ain't listening. But we trying to even just like, hey, where we gonna stay? And it's been in a
Oh.
group chat. Look, I had to introduce to my homeboys like, hey, let's put each other in a group. I mean, in a Zoom. Let's have a Zoom link because I just want to mess with them because these your homeboys like a Zoom link.
A Zoom.
Yeah, I just want to mess with them, but I don't understand why we can't find no damn house. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if you know about housing, I need housing. If you got housing, a housing opportunity in the summer, please inbox. Yeah, I need a weekend. I
In
need
the
a weekend in
49022.
Mississippi. Yeah, in 49022. I need a weekend.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Y'all heard it here
yeah.
first. The next number. Okay, I see. Jennifer says 63 was the perfect number.
I see it. I see it. He was first today. Please don't tell
Mm-hmm.
me. Hold on, right quick.
Oh, 63 is Dad's age.
Okay.
I,
Can a dog eat a puff drop? That's crazy. But all of a sudden, I was here and I just heard, and then I smell cough drop. I know that means my dog just ate a cough drop. I know. All
why
right.
you leaned up like that? Like,
What's going on? Anyway, sorry, y'all.
okay.
Yeah,
Next number, because I'm like, where'd she get a cough drop?
it was over here because my bag is over here. You know that
Nosy.
when they get inquisitive, all I heard,
Jennifer, don't be scared. Talking about no cough drops.
yeah, like what is
What?
going on?
Okay. Next number.
I wonder can she bark now? If cough drops supposed to suppress.
Ah. Next number is 581.
I do have to look that. I got to Google this real quick about this
Mm-hmm.
cough drop.
Okay.
Or I'm
Okay.
gonna make her throw up over here in a second.
Her breath gonna be well. No, it's more of a throat.
I can't believe she ate that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, do you ever sneak out of your house after curfew? Oh, excuse me. Did you ever sneak out of your house after curfew without your parents knowing?
Oh man. Like where let's see. It was more like sneaking in after my curfew. So no sneaking out after my curfew. It was more like I need to sneak in because I didn't miss curfew. And Uncle Donald said, "You know your dog is over the top."
Yeah.
Where is Cooper? I'm like, where's Cooper? I mean, to make you feel any better, I remember getting my toes done, and the nail tech kept feeding their dog Oreos.
You can eat Oreos well, I guess it's chocolate, yeah.
Yeah.
That ain't really chocolate. That ain't nothing but cake with Food color. It said she ain't supposed to eat it. Oh boy. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. All right, next subject. What was did I ever sneak out? No, I live with my grandma. Grandma wasn't playing that. Mm-mm. Grandma, I didn't get a key till I was 14. Lost it within the first year, and didn't get another one till I was 18. So no,
Was
no.
that was that the story with was it
Tanisha,
Tanisha? Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
Tanisha had my key. My grandma said, "Oh, you would just give it away like that. You'll never get it again. I'm always gonna be at home when you get out of school." Damn, that was that idea.
Get him down.
Yeah,
Uncle Donald said no, we had to be in the house before dark. And then Danita said, no, Beverly didn't play that. No.
too.
Yeah. Mine was more of, ooh, she took them keys so quick. This was the weekend of graduation. She said, oh, you think you grown? Thinking like I'm 18, I just graduated from high school. She said, but you're not grown. Keys.
Give it to me. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Okay. I thought I was gonna be real slick that night, like do 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 do. No, look, cuz go on and give me them keys. You know what? I don't know if I had a. Well, I was grown at that point. Hmm. So what about y'all? Like what else? What about y'all?
Look, I had
Y'all all right?
look. I'm over there playing and looking at nurse just to make sure. Yeah, she good so far. Look, you got to put something in that stomach. You got to
Mm-hmm.
run it through now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cause I
Yeah.
heard it. Like, what the fuck? Let's
Gotta
see. I hope it
push it
ain't
on
got
through.
Xylenol in it. That's what I looked it up already.
Okay.
All these years, and I failed that test. That's crazy. Anyway,
She will be fine.
next number.
10:57.
That's how parents be.
Yeah, I'm like, she gonna be all right. I'm over here like, do we need to end the live early? What we need to do?
I ain't gonna watch it slow.
Okay.
10:57. Oh, did you ever fail a subject in school? If so, what?
Wait. Your Uncle Donald said Jeffrey was blessed. We never had a key.
See, get from back there and get your butt back over there. Hey,
Um, um, I wrote, and there's a whole podcast episode on it, is that I flunked my first semester of college. Well, really the whole year. But so I can name multiple classes.
that was the first subject you ever
Mm-hmm.
first
It was
class you ever.
college.
Wow. Well, I got a story for you,
Woo! Ready.
Miss Woods, Algebra 2.
Oh, no.
If you know, you know.
Like flunked means that you repeated it.
As in, I got a D, and
Oh,
my mama said D was for dummies. Like ever since I was a kid, D was for dummies, and I don't raise no dummies. So that was and the only way that I knew was because the day that we were supposed to leave for the Black College tour, I saw we were supposed to leave at like noon. So you went to school first, and then your parents brought your luggage up there so you can leave on the charter bus. Well, I saw Miss Woods. You know, I was trying to navigate the school, not try to see her, but she came to one of my classes and asked me. She said, "You going on a Black College tour?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "No, you're not. I'm gonna tell your mama you flunked in my class." So I was pressed.
is Miss Gorman still up? Do you hear this?
Well, I was pressed and I remember my mom telling her, she said, "No, I'm not going to stop him from going because this is an opportunity, that we've invested in." However, on that trip, I had to study. And Miss Wood's husband was was one of the chaperones, Mr. Wood. So he put me in the front seat for at least an hour when we were driving, and I had to study
I was
for
up
that
there.
for math.
That was
Yeah,
the Chick-fil-A. That's when he had us stopping at Chick-fil-A's every time he saw Chick-fil-A. We were
yeah.
Chick-fil-A'd out.
We went to Oakwood University. So shout out to
Yes.
Oakwood University.
Alabama State, Alabama A&M, yeah.
Yep, yep, yep,
Tennessee
yep,
State, yeah.
yep,
We did.
yep. That was a great college
That
program,
was a great one.
and
Yeah.
I almost missed
Fist.
it from my first. Uh, yeah, I almost missed it from my first class. I was flunking.
Danita said, "Woo, all them had." She said, "All them had that mentality. D is for dummies."
Yeah, it's big, big. D is for dummies, and I
Mhm.
can raise no dummy.
Oh,
And then they look at you in your face, and then wait on you to respond. I ain't no dummy.
oh, I ain't got nothing to
sound,
say.
you sound like Forrest Gump. I ain't no dummy. It was crazy. Uh,
Okay. The
yeah,
next one is 56.
56.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna make sure we don't have no pages in the first
Mm-hmm.
three of the book. Name something you fear might change you. That's a good one. I'll go before you.
Yeah.
Kids,
See,
kids,
I was gonna say marriage.
kids,
Yeah.
kids. Definitely kids. Because I probably would phase out of the work that I do.
Mm.
Yeah, because I don't want to do it at home and at work. What? Run me through the wall like Kool-Aid Man, y'all.
Yeah.
Dude, if I got to do that and that, like mm-mm, mm-mm. That's the goal. That's the joy of the work that I do now. Like I can go home. I like that. I like I learned early about how to separate a little bit.
So I think I said marriage because I fear, like, that would be my fear that I would not want it to change me. But kids, and it's funny because someone just asked me earlier because she said, I think we're only a couple years apart. But do you want kids? I'm like, child. Now Cooper changed me in ways that I was like, maybe I can do this. But let me go to the because it's some as I was saying that I cut my eye at the comments and said, Kiki, I'm so glad that you have checked in, which is also known as Andrew, and he said hitting the
Hey, hey,
lottery. He said hitting the lottery.
understood. That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's a really
Good
good
one.
one.
That's a good one. Yeah, because
Uh,
he said it's gonna change. Yeah. He said I'm a different person. I fear, I fear I may not mess with y'all no
I
more.
fear with y'all no more. I fear.
Hmm.
Danita said both of those, marriage and kids, will definitely change you. And Uncle Donald said, your life for the better. I guess he's talking about the children.
Order marriage.
Ah.
Why
All right.
you think marriage though? You think that because I've had an opportunity to see like my male friends get married, and we all like travel in packs when
Mm-hmm.
you single, like, oh, you that's my homeboy, blah blah blah, but then they get married and then sometimes they just disappear. You know what I'm saying? And I remember like in our 20s or 30 or 20s, we would be like, damn, me and my other homeboys be like, man, I sure don't want to just like dip off the face of the earth just to get married. So that's why I was asking, like, kind of inquisitive, but that was just like from the male perspective,
Mm.
not like for the female
Because I've lived by myself for so long. It's like, whew, you. That's why when that's why I was also telling y'all go back and watch some of the Nia Long and Kiki Palmer interview. Like go back and watch that. It'll make so much sense. And Shirley Ralph has never lived with her husband, and they've been married
Yeah,
for over 20 years.
yeah,
So I was
yeah.
like, what would that look like?
I believe in that.
Ah!
I believe that you could live solo.
Mm-hmm.
I think that that's just a over communication thing, and a lot of people don't like to communicate. So majority of people don't like to communicate. They just want you to um, automatically assume. They say, "Oh, I know you. Oh, you know me." Like, no, no. That's just like if you go out to eat with somebody that you've known for a long time. Am I supposed to order what's on the menu for you? That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to be around nobody. Be like, "Well, you order for me." Like, be yourself.
And I think for myself, even growing up, I never saw grandparents that slept in the same bedroom.
But they were grandparents. Once you grandparents, you ain't got to sleep in the same bedroom. You
I
know,
know, but I never
they
saw it.
didn't
I was just like,
grandchildren. They don't want to create a whole nother era
I'm like, but my parents sleep in the same bed. Why don't y'all sleep in the same bed?
because they weren't as old. They was like 20 years older.
Anyways.
Well, sometimes some people don't know how to sleep in a bed.
And they'd be like,
You,
that mud snores. And no, thank you.
I know that this is but we talking to our people. So if you know, you know, it's the late night show. So
Mm-hmm.
welcome.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Have you ever slept in a bed with somebody and you like, I ain't never getting back in this bed with them because they don't know how to sleep in a bed?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Or, maybe they snore too loud or, like, come
I
on now.
just said snore. Yeah, she was like, listen, that mug can bring all the cows home. No, thank you.
But I mean, but that's a conversation because you can have or what's the name? What is that called?
Sleep app or yeah.
Yeah, sleep app. Like there's why would I want to lay next to you when you have an illness that I could help you with? Or I'm not gonna be able to sleep. Like, no. And if you don't care that much about yourself, then I don't want to lay next to you. So
Danita said, me as a wife, I think different. You're still the same, but different. You hold yourself to a higher standard. So you mean I can't be see walking on my stories as a wife?
what you mean walking on your story?
I'm kidding. I said see walking. You know when I
Uh
be see walking.
YMC walk?
Oh, okay.
Google it now. I guarantee you see YMC walk.
Next number. And
Okay.
it's and the person that gave it said it's for a very, very special reason. 512.
512. Oh, that's Danita.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I knew it's her birthday. It's her birthday. It's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
512.
Did she use that one already?
What has been your greatest sacrifice?
Moving back to Benton Harbor, Michigan.
Right. What is my greatest sacrifice? Ooh. I don't know about greatest sacrifice, but definitely at that moment, resigning from the school board was my greatest
Mm.
sacrifice. And I still stand by. They wanted me to turn my back on my community or feed myself. I still like it was what it was. And, you still gotta eat.
Yeah.
You know, still gotta eat.
All right.
Yeah.
Next number is 1890.
1890. Not 90. 90.
90.
Okay. Can you impersonate anyone famous?
Oh, let's see if you all know this one. It might be I might respond, be like, wrong crowd. Dang, I might need to read something. Hey, honey. So this is gonna be a collaboration, and oh no, honey. No, honey. No, 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 sweetie. No, 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 no. Do you all know what that's from? No.
No, honey. No, 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 no. No.
Ah, that is a very, 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 very rich white woman called Karen from Will and Grace. I'm not saying wrong crowd. I owned it.
Yeah, look, you said you came out the break and said, yeah, wrong guy.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna do it
try it
anyway.
anyway.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
I don't think I impersonate anyone famous.
Okay.
No, I'm not into that.
Teach Teach said no.
No, honey. No.
No, no, honey, no. Mm-mm. Honey, honey. Danita says staying in Indianapolis because of my like what? Going back to your greatest sacrifice. She says staying in Indianapolis because my son's schooling and taking care of Jermichael until the end.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What number you at?
Our last number for the
Okay.
night.
All
What?
right.
How did we get here? Say what? Say what? 1998.
1998 was a good year.
Mm,
It was the last year that the Bulls won a championship and everything.
wow.
Chicago Bulls, that is.
Mm-hmm. One and only.
Does death scare you?
Death.
Correct.
Um. Dang. Why? Oh no, we had another question similar to this one. Um. Yeah. Yeah. So much I want to do. So much I'm
Oh,
like, you know what? I have a purpose, and I want to see it through.
I like that. Um, I think I teach that it's enough,
Mm-hmm.
so I know it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
But in the words of Eminem on his album, they asked me if I'm afraid of death. Hell yeah, I'm afraid of death. Like, come on now, like none of this exists anymore. Like, that's not
Yeah.
fair. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I look at it sometimes now and be like, damn, like even like watching kids, and what I mean by kids, like young adults, like going to their first job, like now because it's summertime, college is out, so I have interns, like 8 of them, and so 8 of them, 8 different personalities, and boy, they don't understand what work means. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
but I'm, just getting the opportunity to like to teach them. But if you don't use and share what you have, then it's gone. Whether you get paid for it or not. So share. So hell yeah. I ain't trying to die.
Mm-hmm.
They talking about
Mm-mm.
death over there. I'm gonna look. They talking about death. I'm doing this.
I don't know what they talking about. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
leak away. You know what
I'm
I'm
like,
saying?
no,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
no.
yeah. I rebuke thee. Sure.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Danita said it used to, but now, no, I'm ready to see my other kids. And on the other end, I want to be here to see Marky grow up.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Hmm.
Yeah. Ancestors, you
Yeah.
know, I don't want to fail my people here,
Hmm.
you know. But your time will end. I seen some of the people that I thought was the greatest ever, and they ain't here no more.
Hmm.
So,
Say word to that.
yeah.
Hmm.
Well, y'all, we didn't timed it out. We didn't timed it out. You know, the numbers is run. You know, thank you again for showing up for the If You Know, You Know late night show. We're gonna do our ending. Renika, come on, tell them about that. Tell them where they can find you.
So, where you can find me is on Threads and Instagram as Ronika, Ronnika .Williams. And then you can also find the both of us on Please Do Tell podcast that premieres every Tuesday, 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, but that's only on YouTube. So if you are an audio listener, you can find us on Apple and Spotify. Back to you, Jeffrey. Thank
Oh,
you.
okay, that's true. She got it. Look, y'all, she got it together. It's nothing else for me to say. Hey, Mr. Fantastic World at MRFANTASTIC World WORLD. You can find me there, Instagram. Um, obviously here on Facebook. Touch us, reach us, DM us. We love you. Good night.
Danita said Mark Shaw said hi,
Hey,
Uncle
hey,
Jay. And then
hey.
good night.